So welcome all of you in the room and all 10,000 viewers via the internet, right? You never know, right? It's like, if it's on Facebook, it must be real, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. So you've come to the Guts and Glory class, right? If you're here for bingo night, sorry, it's down the street, okay? We're going to talk about guts and we're going to talk about glory. Now, I really don't like the word guts, but that's what they said to say. I usually say grumpy tummy or tummy stuff like that. So you're going to hear me say all kinds of different analogies. You're going to have to follow along and say, what's he talking about? Just wait, he'll come back around and shift gears. If any time you like what we're saying, you want to learn more about what we've been doing for the last 30 years, just go to one of these places and Google SpineGeek. You'll find us. I'm Mr. SpineGeek, Dr. SpineGeek. This is Mrs. SpineGeek. Running around here is all our other little Spine Geeks. And so that's our family there. My wife and I have been married for over 33 years. We have raised 4 amazing children. And let me tell you, there's days, weeks, months, years living with me. It's not easy. It's a struggle. There's times the tummy gets grumpy. There's times I get grumpy. And it's not fun to be around me or be around each other. So we get it. Family's real. We get it. Struggling with the tummy and the gut and health and life is real. Especially the last few years, right? Yeah. So we're just a family. The oldest is 33, 30, 27, almost will be 22 in December, right? And we've done a lot of living. And we've done a lot of crying. We've done a lot of arguing over food. We've done a lot of things when it comes to food. We've done a lot of things, and we've been there. So we're not coming to you from look at us, look how perfect we are. We're coming from, hey, we're just trying to figure this out. And maybe for some of you, we're about 30 years ahead of you. Maybe for some of you, we're behind you. But we want to just share tonight for the next 5 hours, okay, what we do to be healthy. Matter of fact, let me just say this way. I'll be 57 this month. My filter of caring what anybody thinks really is just going away. So if I tell you to be healthy and strong, I love Jesus, I pray to Jesus, I eat healthy, I work out, I do these things, and that's what I do. I don't say that to try to impress you. I'm just trying to give you what's working for me. It may be working for you. There's some things you may not want to do. That's fine. We just don't have time to play games anymore. The way the world's going and the way we've been able to go, we think we have a better offer or solution for you, so we're glad you're here. So in our family, we talk about what is your friend, what's not your friend. If I was Captain America, what's going to make my shield go up and protect us? And what's going to make my shield go down and leave us exposed to everything the world has to offer? So there's 6 shields that we kind of use as a family and as a practice to doctor to you. The first one is, how's your stress? How's your smile? The word is shalom. Everybody say shalom. Shalom. Okay? Then there's your exercise. How are you working out? Are you working out? What does it even look like? We work out on Saturday mornings with our patients, with our families here at 8:30. Then food. We customize our nutrition plans for our patients and for our families, right?
Yes.
And then we also have detoxing or vitamins, what that's all about. But the main thing we also talk about is the power of your nerve system. Everybody say nerve system. Nerve system. Because that's the secret. That's the one thing you may not be understanding when it comes to your tummy, when it comes to the gut. And again, never, ever, ever are we anti-medicine, anti-surgery, right? There's a time and place of that when it's an emergency. But what we've seen over the last 33 plus years is that everybody runs to this for their gut problem, or they run to this for their pain, or they run to this for their emotional problems. And unfortunately, if you read the real science and you watch the world, it's really not going in a place that we would like to go. So we focus more on these to be strong and healthy and full of love and peace and love Jesus, and only use this for emergencies. So that may be something different right there that may be an aha for you. So your digestive system, boy, how exciting is that?
Yay.
Yay. Yay, right? Yeah. Everybody say Yahoo! Exactly. So Your digestive system is basically you take food, you put it in your mouth, okay? You start chewing it. The minute you start chewing it, your brain's like, hey, I know what's coming down the pipe because the saliva is saying, is this a carbohydrate? Is this a fat? Is this a protein? Is it food? Is it not food? Genetically modified food smells like food, looks like food, but this is not food. Or if it's organic, hey, I know what this smells like. I know what this looks like. It's food. I can do something with that. As I swallow it, then the nerve system, everybody say nerve system, takes the food down the hose to your stomach. The door opens up and the food goes in. And all of a sudden now the liver and the gallbladder and the pancreas start dumping stuff into the stomach to help things begin to get mixed up and churned around. Then as the acid and the pH of the stomach gets the food just right to break it down for nutrients, then it dumps it into the upper 1/3 of the small intestine called your duodenum or your duodenum, depending on who your instructor is at chiropractic college. Okay. Again, gallbladder, liver, and pancreas start dumping stuff in here to mix it all up to get it ready to go because whatever you ate has to turn into life. It has to turn into a nutrient. It has to turn into a vitamin that gets dumped into your blood and then goes out to all the different body parts that require it, right? And again, don't check me off. Sometimes it goes back to the liver and then out to the blood. Okay, this is not a test. I'm just trying to explain to you what happens when you put that Dorito in your mouth, really what happens. Then it goes to the small intestine and it gets absorbed and it goes out to different parts and it gets used, it gets digested and assimilated. Then it goes into the large intestine and again, that's where the water gets absorbed. And when it's all done and it sucks up all the life out of that food, now it's ready to go out into the potty. That's your digestive system, okay? Now, if we were all robots, this talk would be really fast. Eat this, don't eat this, and you'll be just fine, right? I mean, if you have a car, you put unleaded gasoline in, not diesel. Don't mix them up or you'll be in trouble, right? But the problem is that before we put something in our mouth, we have these emotions. We have these thoughts. We have these feelings. We have these words. We have these relationships that somehow dictate our choice of what we choose to put in our mouth. I mean, broccoli or a Krispy Kreme donut. It's not a lack of knowledge problem. So to really jump into this, there's 4 things. Everybody say 4 things.
4 things.
That we really want to make sure, if you don't get anything else, okay, this is what I want you to get, right? This thing here called your digestive system, right? When it's not happy, it's going to feel pain. That's going to make you have weak natural immunity. And that's going to make you have life be an emotional struggle. Your digestive system can do that to you, and we'll get to how. But the good news, everybody say good news.
Good news.
Is that we're going to learn how to put our, well, first of all, bad news, say bad news, is if our shield goes down. So, let me back up. This is our first time doing this. Your digestive system has the ability for you to feel pain, weaken your immune system, and make you moody and grumpy. The problem is that the shield will go down, and that because you have trauma to your central nervous system, your brain and body. You have toxins, food intake, and you have overwhelming stress in your life. So when you have this, it makes this worse, and it attacks that. Does that make sense? Then, we want to show you in about 3 hours how to repair your central nervous system to heal, what foods you can use as fuel to heal your central nervous system, and to find peace in the middle of the storm. So that by the end of tonight, you'll know how, at least you'll have a clue, at least you'll be aware how to feel good again, boost your natural immunity, and find your smile and joy again. Is that okay? Okay, you can clap now for that, okay? Good. Okay. So everything we had to say is going to take you through steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? And we're going to ramp this up and get it going a little faster because Courtney and I have hand signals. Like, let's go, wrap it up, okay? So basically, we're going to show you things, foods, ideas, toxins that make your shield go down and expose you to a grumpy tummy. And we're going to show you things you can do to put your shield back up, protect you so that you can heal. It's okay to fall because then you can just get back up. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. This is not a perfect. This is an infinity game, okay? Infinity game means, well, how much broccoli do I have to eat so I don't have to eat anymore? Sorry, right? It's like your dentist, right? You go to your dentist, brush, floss, get your checkup. What's he or she say year 2? Brush, floss, get a checkup. Year 3, brush, floss. Year 4, year 5. It's the same thing, right? Same thing here, right? Your nerves, your nutrients, and your thoughts can make you healthy and strong, or they can make you sick. Now, which ones? Which nerves, right? Which food? Because why would they sell it to me if it would make me sick, Dr. Joe? And what thoughts? I thought that was my voice that I was listening to all the time, right? So that's really what I want to go over, okay? So again, your digestive system takes the food and it digests it. It breaks it down, right? Then it assimilates it. It absorbs it. It needs to use it. You're not what you eat. You are what you digest. You are what you absorb. You are what your body can process and take from a bologna sandwich into blood that goes to your hormones, that goes to your mood, that goes to your organs. And the last thing is then what you are, what you eliminate, right? So before you all leave here, we'll be doing poop check. Never mind. So, because here's the thing. This thing we're talking about, your gut, your tummy, your intestines, 70% of your immunity comes from this. Now, let me back that up.
It's called your second brain.
Your second brain, right? Your second brain. That's why it says, oh, I wish I wanted some Ben and Jerry's right now. That's your second brain talking, right? No, it's not. So here's the thing. Let me back it up. Mommies, you're scared about my baby getting this. Or I'm scared about catching this. Or I always do this. Or when I'm ordering my family, I catch this. Or I don't want my children to get this or that. Well, then listen up, because I'm going to tell you what to do to protect yourself, because you need strong natural immunity to protect and defend yourself from all the boogeyman viruses and bacteria and stuff that are really out there. Okay? Not the ones that aren't out there, but the ones that are really out there. And if you're a senior citizen, you're like, well, I have to. No, the thing is you have to have a strong tummy and gut system so that you can have strong immune system, because 70%, C's get degrees, right? If you get what we talk about right, then you can walk around, your grandkids and your kids and children can go off to school and play with their friends. You don't have to worry because their immunity is strong. They have a strong immune system, okay? Mm-hmm. And then the next thing is your mood. Do we need to be, not anybody in this room, but do we need more kinder humans out there? Yeah. So you're going to learn about nerves and nutrients and thoughts boost up what's called your serotonin. Everybody say serotonin. Serotonin is your happy hormone. So when you're happy, or what we do in this office is all kinds of things to boost your serotonin and turn down your cortisol. Your cortisol is great if a bear's chasing you for about 5 minutes to get away. But if you feel like a bear's chasing you every single day of your life, then your cortisol goes way up, your serotonin gets shut down, and that's why your gut and your tummy is not happy. That's why it's not helping you, okay? Or that's why it's hurting you. So again, 3 things. Everybody say nerves, nutrients, and thoughts. Those all can work to provide good function or bad function, okay? So, what are warning signs of bad function? What's warning signs that either your nerves or your nutrients or your thoughts are making you sick or grumpy or unhealthy, okay? Inflammation, first of all. Inflammation, if you read science books and stuff like that, like I do in my spare time, that was a joke. Inflammation is a silent killer. Everything starts with inflammation. So when I go to stop eating this, or stop doing this, it's because it's having an inflammatory effect on your body. And then 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you have developed a normal American lifestyle, but it's an inflammatory lifestyle that attacks your nerves, that attacks your gut, and it attacks your emotions.
I was just going to say that sometimes it's good stuff that can still do it too. Like if your emotions are all upset, or you're upset that your kid is moving, and then you eat your good stuff, you still are emotional, and you still can initiate your tummy to not feeling well, and then you're not having beautiful looking poop, you're having other stuff.
Oh, see, she did it. She's getting poop jokes. That's a good point. I mean, that's the point.
But
Your diet can be impeccable. But you can be worried about what you're eating so much that it sabotages the process. Or you can have really bad posture, and that sabotages the process as well. Because we're 3 in 1. It's all connected. Good point. Good point. So inflammation is the beginning. But then as inflammation gets out of control, then you start to have the bloating, abdominal pain, constipation, nausea, diarrhea, infrequent bowel movements, right? All those things start to hit you. And those are warning signs. Doesn't mean it's normal. Those are just warning signs that you're doing this to yourself. God didn't make you this way. Actually, He did make you this way to warn you something's not right. And something has to change. So if something doesn't change, your bacteria stop doing their job to protect you and to keep you happy, and they begin to get out of control. They begin to overgrow. The fancy word is dysbiosis, which means you have an overgrowth or too much bacteria, and they're starting to get grumpy, they're starting to get mad, they stop doing their job, and that begins to attack your emotions, your skin, your joints. Inflammation begins to spread throughout your body. Okay? Because again, digestive system sends stuff to the blood goes all over. So your digestive system either can be a highway to healing in heaven or a highway to hell and more inflammation, disease. Okay? Good so far? Okay. So what's SIBO? Anybody heard of SIBO before? We're getting real fancy technical. Yeah, SIBO. Just small intestine bacterial overgrowth. So again, now the bacteria are just getting out of control. They're getting out of control. Instead of doing their job to make you healthy and make you strong, now they're starting to make you inflamed and all the signs and symptoms that go with that. So SIBO can be upset stomach, fatigue, skin problems, digestive issues, food sensitivity, unintentional weight changes. That's what's going on right there with me. Okay? I must have SIBO, right? Sleep problems and bloating. Again, welcome to America. Everybody's got this to a certain extent, right? But the point is that we're doing it with either our nerves, our nutrients, or our thoughts. And then that can grow into leaky gut syndrome. Now again, I could do 8 hours on leaky gut syndrome, right? But the thing is that your intestines are tight. Like here, come here like this. We're tight, right? And again, we're together. And let's say a kid behind us wants to get through, right? A kid wants to get through. So let's say this baby wants to get through here. Well, they're not supposed to get through, right? But as her and I get more inflamed with each other, we begin to separate. And now unwanted guests begin to come through the lining of the cells to only things that should be getting through that go to the blood for the body. Now unwanted toxins, exposure, gluten, wheat, blah, 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 but just toxins start getting into places where they don't belong, which now causes more inflammation, more pain, and now you go from a weakened immune system, weak natural immunity, to now you get an autoimmune disease because your immune system is worn out, it's pissed off, and now it's going to start attacking its own body parts. That's basically what leaky gut is. Inflammation, over time, things separate and things go where they don't belong. Sometimes you talk about things crossing the blood-brain barrier too as well, but this is like the gut barrier, okay? So again, nerves, nutrients, and thoughts dictate function. Good function, bad function. The good news is now you might start thinking about, wow, that's why I'm having some tummy issues. And maybe if I start focusing on these 3 things, it can heal. Absolutely. Absolutely, okay? So, let's have some fun now. What goes in must come out, right? 3 cars in the car wash, 3 cars out of the car wash. So, we're going to talk about the science of poopology now, all right? So, check your poop. Isn't God amazing? In the beginning, you don't need any blood tests or scientific tests. You can check your health once, twice, 3 times a day if you want to. Right? Now, I was appalled, not appalled, I was shocked. People don't look at their poop. I know it's kind of bad, but your poop will tell you a lot about whether you're getting the nutrition or not. It's real simple. And it's cheap. It's cheap. But it does matter how often you're going, the consistency of it, and the color of it. And so again, there's 7 types of poop. Did you guys know that? There's 7 types of poop. Do you grade yours every time that you poop to see where you're at? Grade 1 and grade 2. Now they use, if you saw my post, they're like, oh, gross. I'm like, yeah, it got your attention. Thank you. So type 1 and type 2 are like milk duds and like a payday, right? They're kind of just lumpy like sausage, separate hard like nuts. The problem is if you have 1 and 2, you're constipated. Could be due to inflammation, could be to diet, could be to nerve stress, could be to overall stress, could be because you went to Mexico and you've been eating the wrong kind of food. Just something to be aware of. If it's there longer than 7 to 14 days, now it may be something that's telling you to come and see Dr. Joe, okay? Type 3, type 4, sausage like with cracks, it's like a smooth, soft sausage or snake. Congratulations, good job. Good job. Yes, Diana. Diana's a good point. If anytime I say something kind of smart and you like it, and you like that slide, take a picture of it. Don't write it down. We don't take notes anymore, folks. We take pictures of stuff. And then anytime you see this little QR code come up, I mean, I want you to do something, buy something, look at something, take a picture of that. It's really neat. You take your phone, put it on it, all of a sudden, poof, magical website shows up. I still don't know how it happens, but I think it's really cool. Now, type 5, type 6, type 7 is when it gets kind of runny, like soft blobs with clear-cut edges, mushy consistency with ragged edges, or liquid consistent into solid pieces. That means definitely there's inflammation going on inside your body. If this is your poop on a regular basis, your gut is inflamed. It can be your nerves, it can be your thoughts, it can be your nutrients. Anything to add to that?
I just was going to say that normally you can tell as you're going what it is.
Yes. How fast you're going, right?
Well, yeah, you can. I mean,
we could.
Just me.
We could. I thought about having face. Like, what face do you make when you go? I'm not going to go there, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, you're constipated. Oh, I can tell. Oh, you got diarrhea. I can tell how you're running, right? So, and then what color is it? Now, if you've ever juiced beets before, don't freak out if it comes out red or pink. You're not dying, right? So first of all, the first 7 days, color can be just simply what you're eating. Did you change your diet? Did you go somewhere on vacation? Are you eating vegetables or something, or juicing, or doing something that is different? It will look a different color, okay? So if it's green, okay, you could have a flu bug or tummy bug or food poisoning. That's possible. Or you had some green juice. You came to Dr. Joe's talk. They talked you into doing some green talk, and then here you are, right? White, if you don't have your gallbladder, because you don't need it, why would they take it out, right? You don't need it. Here, take it. You do need it. And because your gallbladder is not there, your stool may be coming out white or a different color, a lighter color. And that could mean because you don't have the gallbladder. So that's something to keep an eye on. Black, again, are you doing activated charcoal? Are you taking your Dr. Joe's vitamins? Like, my poop is black. Oh, no. It's okay. But it also could mean there's an ulcer, or there's something, don't worry about that, in the upper GI area. So if your stool comes out consistently and it's black, okay, that means there may be something upper. Usually it's not the case. Okay, usually you ate something or you're taking something, okay? Brown, normal, good job, okay? Yellow means, again, it could be something you're eating, or you have a stomach bug, you're fighting some kind of infection, something going on, okay? Red, again, it can be what you're eating. It could mean that you have a hemorrhoid somewhere that's getting torn. Bright red's fine. It means something on the way out, close to being out, is not happy or it's irritated. And that, usually not a medical concern, or like, okay, it'll heal. And usually it goes away pretty quick. It's the dark red ones that I'm more concerned about, but rarely do I see that longer than 7 days, okay? We just watch it, see what's going on, because when we get adjusted and we change nutrition and we help people find shalom, that begins to change, okay? So that's it on poopology, okay? Everybody clap for poop, yay?
Yay.
Very good. So now, how do we fix this? Okay, we just got through all what do we need to know, what's the problem, right? Now, how do we fix this, though, Doctor? How do we reset our tummy and get us healing? Because the good news, you can. If your shield goes down, your cells can degenerate, and that causes problems. But if your shield goes up, then your cells can regenerate, and you can heal very quickly. Everybody say very quickly.
Very quickly.
So this is not a lifelong sentence you need to have, okay? So again, where are we? You have pain, weak natural immunity, emotional struggle, trauma to the CNS, toxic food, overwhelming stress. Now let's talk about this now, okay? So nerves, nutrients. You're going to see a lot of these slides repeat again. Those are the ones to remember, okay? So your nerves, your nutrients, and your thoughts control your tummy. And here's the thing. Everybody say trauma.
Trauma.
Toxins.
Trauma.
Stinking thinking. Or thinking. It's around you everywhere you go. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, 360 degrees around you. So the very thing that's causing your tummy problems is always there. It's not that it's changed. Your shield's gone down. You've gotten weaker. And what used to bother you what didn't used to bother you now makes you sick. You're the one that your nerves got weaker, your digestive system got weaker, or your thoughts are overwhelming you. You're wearing yourself down. Does that make sense? Yeah. The world's changed, but you've gotten weaker with it, not stronger. And so, what can we do to make sure that we can overcome the traumas, toxins, and stressful thinking in our lives? Because we can't change that, but we can change us. Can I get an amen? Amen. Because they're always around us. Because wherever you go, there you are. Right? So I want to get you so strong that when trauma or toxins or thinking happens, not if, when, you're like, oh, I got this. No problem. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me, right? Okay? So again, our immune system, what we want, right? Natural immunity, all the things they said, oh, don't talk about that. Well, we talk about that. Been talking about that. C's get degrees. If we can fix this, you're going to be a strong person in that environment, no matter what happens to your thinking and your thoughts and your trauma. Okay? Now, and again, you'll be in a good mood. You'll find joy and peace because we're going to crank up your serotonin. So, okay, what is that right there, everybody?
Green grass.
Green grass. Okay. Now, we have grass seed. We put it in the ground. Okay. I water the grass, and it goes to green. Who made it that way? God did. Good. Jesus did, right? I don't know. Sounds like a squirrel. I'm going to say Jesus, though, okay? So now if I water the grass seed, that seed's going to release over time, and it's going to turn to green grass. Got it? That's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's designed to do. So when you were conceived in your mama's belly, you had a seed too, and you were designed for greatness. You're designed to have peace with Jesus, peace with others, right? Vertical, horizontal, and then peace with others. That's how it's supposed to work. When that gets out of alignment, that's when we start getting a grumpy tummy. That's when things start to shut down. So you are made for greatness. Repeat after me. I'm made for greatness.
Made for greatness.
Okay, good. I'm green grass. Say, I'm green grass.
I'm green grass.
Good. Okay. So now the problem is that if I kink the hose that's watering your green grass, what is your green grass going to do?
Turn brown.
Turn brown, right? So now green goes to brown. If I don't find the kink in the hose and I don't unkink the hose and turn the water back on, then that green grass goes to brown grass and then goes to dead grass. Okay? Does anybody have any issues with that? I mean, I have issues with it, but that's the truth. That's the law of nature. It's called law of nature. Nature's God, right? But good news. Everybody say good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Okay. If I take the kink off the hose and I turn that water back on to even the dead, but especially the brown grass, then it will go back to what color?
Green.
Green. Okay? That's all you want to cover in the remaining 8 hours of this talk. Okay. There's things around you that you may not realize that are doing this to you, making you brown grass. And if we don't fix this and get it turned back around, then laws of nature, nature's God, it is going to turn you into dead grass, and we don't want that. So then we're going to go over what we can do to take the kink off the hose so that your body can heal the way God designed it and go back to green grass and then live that way for however long as you want, for the rest of your life. It's an infinity game, right? Brush, floss, repeat. So, if I'm your doctor and you come into me with a grumpy tummy, my job is to do something to take the kinks off the hose so that you can have shalom, get adjusted, your food is your fuel, you have weekly exercise, you find good habits to protect them, you have no need for medication, you have a strong microbiome, which means strong natural immunity, right? Life is good, and you're pooping 2 or 3 times a day. That's health. That's green grass. That's what God designed you to do in 2022 to be strong and healthy. Okay? Now,
Can you show my baby?
what about the
There
baby?
was a baby that wasn't pooping at all
Right.
and got adjusted. And,
I'm going to get there in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So we see babies who aren't pooping, who are brown grass and are not happy. We begin to adjust them, taking the kink off their nerves, and all of a sudden they start pooping. If you see me adjust babies, what's the first thing I ask? Is he pooping? I don't ask you out of respect. Are you pooping? Right? Because if you're not, then I know something's stuck, and then we get adjusted. So again, good part. 20 years ago, I would say, because people would walk in, the doctor says I have a lazy stomach. What does that mean? Oh, I have all this stuff, but we would get you adjusted, and all of a sudden, the stomach would stop being lazy, you'd start pooping, and all of a sudden, so we've seen all this stuff heal, and you never have to change your diet, just start getting adjusted, right? But now we live in such a toxic world where now it's getting adjusted and quit eating stuff that's making the hose go kinked, and stop thinking stuff that's messing up my adjustments and making the hose go kink, right? So yeah, so you're exactly right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So now let's say you have brown grass health or a brown grass gut. What does that look like to you? What are you experiencing? And you all have a sheet on this, I hope. That means some days you have gut pain, some days you don't. You have excessive gas. I mean, I know there's a pull my finger, ha 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 gas. That's fun. That's funny, right? But it's gas where afterwards you're like, oh man, I have to leave the room, or I can't even go out. I can't even go there. Then you have bloating. You have an organic meal. All of a sudden it's like right here, you have a food baby, and you ate good, right? Constipation or diarrhea, you got cramping, skin issues, achy joints, constant worry, dysbiosis. Life is hard. You're only pooping 3 to 5 times a week. You've had antibiotics. You're drinking Pepto-Bismol like it's going out of style, and you're on antacids. If this is you, let me just tell you, you have inflammation. You have a brown grass tummy, and we need to do something to take the kink off the hose and get you back to green grass. Because if not, I'm going to move over here for a minute, okay?
yeah.
If not, again, you all said green grass, brown grass, dead grass. And you may all know people that are experiencing all these issues, and it all started with a bad nerve supply or a bad food supply or a bad thought life. And usually it's the nerve supply, because we pull on the head and we turn when we're born, and that kinks the nerve system. If babies are not born vaginally, strike one. I'm sorry. And I don't step on anybody's toes. I'm just saying God made our bodies in a specific way to give birth. That there's bacteria in the mommy that baby needs as it goes out through the birth canal. Number 2, give that baby the breast milk. God put it there. Until when? The baby has teeth. Again, I don't make the rules. I'm just trying to help you live in alignment with them. So if your baby's gone through the female organs like it's supposed to, and then it's breastfed, you've already set this kid up for a life of health and healing. The next thing is get that baby adjusted, and watch out. They are so much stronger and healthier. And you see our babies compared to other babies that aren't. They're like, wow, they're so alive. And we have mommies here that can attest to that. Okay? So if we don't do that, and then all of a sudden we get the vaccine, then we get the antibiotics, then we just start following whatever the medical man wants to push us that doesn't address the nerves, that doesn't address our lack of shalom or peace, that doesn't address our gut issues as far as food, we just want to shut the symptoms off, then that will grow to dead grass. And what does that look like? Type 1, type 2, or type 3 diabetes. What's type 3 diabetes? In me, I'm going to call it Alzheimer's. Your brain just sugared itself out, right? Your autoimmune disease, rheumatoid arthritis, ulcerative colitis, chronic fatigue, depression, fibromyalgia, psoriasis, HIV, inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel disease, cancer, metabolic syndrome, SIBO, leaky gut, neurodegenerative diseases, multiple sclerosis. Life's no fun. Now, here's the thing. Well, Dr. Joe, isn't that just how God made you? It's not. There is a neurological component to all of this. When women get breast cancer, God forbid, it's not on both, it's on one side or the other. When a child has ear infections, it's not in both ears usually at first, it's in one ear, then the other. If someone has kidney issues, it's usually on one side or the other. Lung issues. If it's really just a disease process, then it should be from the food or the thoughts, because they grow everywhere. Neurologically, it means it's one side or the other. It's that where we know there's a neurological component being pinched in the spine that started making it go to brown grass. Then we start eating something that's not food, which just speeds up the brown grass process. Now we worry and get stressed about it, which now pushes us into dead grass. Does that make any sense with what we're saying? Can you see the process? God doesn't make junk. And when I see this here, all this unnecessary suffering, there's a market out here to sell you stuff to treat all of this. And what we're saying is, no. Let's just give your body what it needs, and you'll begin to boop, 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 march back here. And then you stay there for the rest of your life. Okay? So again, what your hose is to your grass, your nerve system, your spine is to you. Again, your nerve system is what was connected first, made the first thing in the womb, and what made you for 9 months, put you all together. God knitted you together, made all these organs. So neurologically, that comes first. That's the hierarchy of healing and a happy tummy. Then research was done many, many years ago that Dr. Winter said, yeah, all these organs will shut down and go from green grass, brown grass to dead grass if the nerve supply gets pinched. Poor posture, poor trauma. We'll go there in a minute. The good news is that if we can change this posture and get the spine adjusted, then all these organs can begin to regenerate and heal. That's the good news. The bottom line is don't get to dead grass. And if you are, then we got even that much more work to get you back to brown grass and then get you back to green grass and keep you there. Because there is, again, if anybody cuts their finger and it heals, there's hope. God's not done with you. You can hope, you can heal, you can get better. There's always a miracle waiting for someone to happen. So nerves, everybody say nerves. Nerves. Now nutrients. Again, 95% of our brown grass is lifestyle toxic food induced. Again, is this your some of the time meal plan or your all the time meal plan? It's right there. Once a week, vacation day, or 27 days a week, 365 days a year. Okay? And again, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been trying to talk for a little bit
go
here.
ahead. You want me to go back?
No.
Okay.
No, because what it comes down to is that even if you try to Google this disease, that disease, or whatever, and you say, I want to do it naturally, I mean, honestly, it all comes down to the gut. They will say that it says, you need to eat this or eat that, and you need to do that if you want to do something natural. So, I mean, it's out there, but most people don't look. But they'll have like a million drug ads while you're reading through some of the situations and saying, no, do it naturally. And 99% of it, it's all starting with the gut, starting with what you're eating. And, if it's when you're eating out, which is kind of a hard thing to do, is that you don't know what kind of food they bought, especially with the food being so expensive nowadays that when you go to a restaurant, you don't know how cheap the food is that they're buying. And so you're not sure really what you're eating. And it could be just all GMO stuff. And then you come home and then your stomach feels terrible from what you just ate because your body says, this ain't even food.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, you're not what you eat, you're what you can absorb and digest. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to meats especially, how can I say, it's been said a long time, it's not what you eat, it's what they eat. So what they ate, now you're going to eat, and that's going to be inside you. So wherever they were fed, that's what we like grass-fed, grass-finished meats, okay, beef, stuff like that, versus corn-fed, because again, it's not what we eat, it's what they ate. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Go this way. So good. And then sugar. Mm-hmm. Just sugar's not your friend, especially in soda pops, okay? And so, again, inflammation attacks the brain, the skin, the genitals, the joints, talking about poop, all kinds of stuff. Kidneys, heart. Again, for today, it's just the digestive system. But inflammation attacks everything. And it can be, again, for our purposes today, nerves, nutrients, and thoughts. Mm-hmm. And again, what's even worse than sugar, white sugar, is man-made fake sugar. Pink pack, blue pack, yellow pack. Mm-hmm. Will destroy your gut.
Yes.
And it can get in there as far as candies, breath mints, gum. It's there. Sucralose, a lot of protein drinks, a lot of different type of fitness stuff. They cut corners by putting sucralose in it, which is Splenda. You got to read your labels because it will hurt you. It'll hurt you and make you grumpy, make you emotional, affect your skin, your joints, and your mood. Okay?
But it may not hurt you as a 20-year-old. But as you age, adds up. And then you're older, and then you're just like, wow, all that, you think it doesn't hurt you? Well, it will get you. It will catch up to you later.
It's called a toxic accumulative value. Again, you could do it fine when you're 20, but you're not 20 anymore. Just say that, okay? And then also be aware of that your household cleaners can have an effect on your nerves and your gut and your thoughts. Processed foods, cosmetics, environmental toxins, and then smoking. Okay, again, these are all, we're just trying to make you aware of why your tummy is not happy and your poop's not good. And so welcome to a drug-free America. Again, medications have a negative effect on our gut, okay? And it starts young, at amoxicillin for babies, to Ritalin, to antidepressants, anti-appetite suppressants, no dose of Prozac. And if you're a good little patient and you obey everything, this is where you're at after age 65. And again, long before you got here, your nerves and your posture were shot. Your gut was shot. My dad would drink Pepto-Bismol like it was going out of style, right? I came home the other day and said, Mom, I said, Dad didn't die of kidney disease. He died of Pepto-Bismol toxicity over 50 years of his life. Because again, there was always a bottle of Pepto-Bismol in the cupboard, always.
Well, I think people don't recover. So it's like, if you go and you do take these drugs, let's say, I don't know, you got some sort of crazy disease.
You had an emergency.
And you had to go get antibiotics. Well, then you were like, oh, okay, it's done, it's over. Well, no, you got to repair. And if you don't take the time to repair, which most people don't even think you've got to repair, or even other drugs, let's say a Modi or anything like that, you still have to repair from anything that you take. Because if you read any of the, the side effects, it all talks about the gut. And you have to repair from what you did, which means you got to be purposeful and intentional to do things to get a good flora in your gut and to reboost your health.
Perfect. Yeah, a lack of symptoms doesn't mean you're repaired.
Yeah.
Give it 60 to 90 days and all of a sudden, boom, the ear infection comes back, or boom, this infection came back, or boom, that came back. You destroyed all the bacteria, but you didn't repair or restore or remove. And again, it's just a never-ending cycle. Good stuff. Okay, stress and gut health. Again, we watch all this stuff, and again, unless it's my videos, right? All this stuff is set up against us. Again, John 10:10, devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but Jesus comes to give life. And so all these things are really putting a lot of fear on people, especially over the last few years. I've seen this stuff, right? And so fear is gripping you and having a very negative effect on your tummy and on your nerves and on your thoughts. So we just walk around in fear. The bear's chasing us. What if? And that's what we want to talk about, bringing shalom back into your life, peace, where no, I'm good, nothing's broken, nothing's missing, nothing's lacking, I've got this, my body can heal. I may be having a season of brown grass now, but I'll get back. I got Dr. Joe and Ilene helping out and stuff. We know what's going on, and we'll get there together. I'm not alone in this anymore, right? There's good days and bad days, but overall we have more good days and we have more shalom because that's our focus and that's what we're going towards. But we got to overcome this fear with love and with peace and with joy and with kindness. That's the only way we get it. It doesn't just happen by itself. And exercise, So here's where some of you may feel you are, okay? And what the rest of this is, the next 8 hours is about turning this boat around. Okay? And I don't know which slide it is, but we were thinking about this, and I really like this. Ilene and I, and what we do is think of upstream health. Like when these folks got on the boat, it wasn't the go over Niagara Falls cruise. Maybe it was, I don't know. I doubt it though, right? It was going to be a dinner cruise, a 3-hour tour, right? Okay? It was going to be a nice cruise. So like, all right, fine, right? But maybe 5 miles, 10 miles upstream, it said, hey, turn around now or the falls are coming, right? And as they got closer to the falls, they started hearing, hey, maybe we should, what's that, So my wife and I, we try to raise our family. I try to run the practice on basically upstream instruction, upstream habits, so that you don't ever have to downstream crash and burn. Right?
Unless it's emergency.
Unless it's emergency, you didn't know, and all of a sudden you crash. Yeah, because here's the thing: there's a lot of people down here waiting for you to crash to treat your symptoms of the crash. And they call the ones who are upstream here crazy conspiracy theory people who aren't real doctors, who don't know what they're doing. Because there's a lot of money to be made off of boat crashes. And all we're trying to talk about right now is stop letting your tummy crash and let's get it going back upstream. That's really what this is all about, okay? So again, 2 + 2 = 4 in our world. Always has, always will. So we will try to implement upstream life habits, and that's what we're sharing with you right now. Understand, the minute you leave here and you go out there, there's a whole market for the 2 + 2 = 5 world.
Yeah.
And they would love to get you to do anything to treat your pain or your emotions and your tummy that may symptomatically, temporarily kill off symptoms, but it may eventually set you up for more disease process down the road. It causes more brown grass, more dead grass, and doesn't make green grass happen. So you kept chasing and chasing the next best thing, the next best promise, from doctor to doctor, to thing, to store, trying to find, and you may have 1,000 different things out there in your vitamin cabinet, and 1,000 other things in your medicine cabinet, yet you're not any happier or healthier.
Mm-hmm. And you got side effects.
Yes.
Sorry.
Nope, I'm doing anything else. So does that make sense? It's like, what's he talking? These people are crazy. They love Jesus. Something's wrong? No, we're trying to say, listen, upstream, there's a lot you can do to be healthy and happy and avoid this. And again, we've been doing this for a long time, and we're still here. And I have a man bun, right? But I am getting the streak, my wife says she finds very attractive. My blonde is coming in. But again, laws of nature, right? Read the Declaration of Independence. Read all these way back when. Laws of nature, nature's God. What's that mean? That means if you get on the roof and you jump off, you're going to fall. 1,000 times out of 1,000. So that's a law of nature. I can learn to live in alignment with that, or I can simply say, who cares, and keep jumping off buildings, right? Bible promises strong health and healing. We're created in God's image. But here's the thing. It's not like we still have we still have to make choices to be in alignment with that. God doesn't give us stuff to punish us or make us better or teach us a lesson, right? God doesn't give me, let me be politically correct here. Okay, God doesn't give me back pain to teach me a lesson. Because if I was a good Christian, then I should accept that back pain as a man and never go seek treatment. No take any nutrition. Don't do anything. Take my back pain like a man because God's given it to me to teach me a lesson, to make me a better human. It doesn't work that way. Lots of times we're out of alignment somewhere in our nerve system or our food, whether we know it or not, or in our thoughts, and it's causing brown grass to pop up, and then we want to over-spiritualize it. And the reality is, no, let's go back to God. Let's start living and being a good stewards of what this temple He's given us. Let's renew our minds and start walking this out. And in time, you'll see green grass begin to grow physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all these things. Because He loves you. And we love you. We want you to see a better life. And we don't like it when the injustice that you're being lied to. And the fear, they use fear to get you to jump through hoops. And that just doesn't work. It's not life-giving. And so ancient wisdom, this means I've been living this a long time. And the science, the real science, all backs us up. It really does. Nature makes the rules. A book coming towards you someday soon. So don't you wish there was a way that you could just ask your body what it wants to eat and it would tell you? Yeah. Or what vitamins to take and it would tell you? Yeah. Or is your food or anything you're doing making brown grass even though the label says it will make you green grass? Yeah. The science is called applied kinesiology. This is what I do with my patients to find out, once we get their spines healing, right, what can they feed their baby? What can they feed their family? What can they eat that has a green grass effect? Because everybody's different. Paleo, keto, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what you need, right? But if I ask your body, and again, the science is applied kinesiology, another 15-hour seminar, but your brain knows. Your brain knows when you take a bite out of the apple, whether it's organic or whether it's genetically modified. It knows. And again, it doesn't make the rules. If it's genetically modified, then it has to make brown grass with it. And if it's organic, then it can make green grass with it. But it'd be nice to know before all this happened what to do. And again, side note, our oldest daughter, Leah, was having seizures. What the books were saying to do was making more seizures, making it worse. So we had to relearn everything about health and healing, what we're teaching you right now. And we were able to learn how to ask her body muscle testing, do you want this or not? If it says no, it goes weak neurologically, then it doesn't want it. If it says yes, again, how does it all work? I don't know how all it works, but it's scientific and it's a whole lot better than trying to just take stuff that we don't know what's in it. Okay?
Because some things that are good for you, you may not need right then. And then if you take something that your body doesn't want, it's now toxic. It's now a toxin, even though it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
it's like
really confusing.
It's like fire. Fire is good to warm you up, but it also can kill you if it burns you. You have to know how much and what to do. And we just find it much more easier, much more predictable. Upstream testing is what we do. So if you want to fill out what's called an LRQ, you take that picture. Then once we get your LRQ back, we'll make an appointment. If you're a patient in this practice already, there's no charge. If you're not a patient and you want to do nutritional testing with me, it's $2.99. And we'll go through what food you should be eating for the next 60, 90 days, what vitamins you should be taking. Is there any of your household products toxic? You'll know from that aspect what's your friend and what's not your friend. And we basically do it every 60 to 90 days because it changes. What you think you could eat, right? In the summertime, your body doesn't want in winter. So that's how we do our nutrition
like
aspect.
onion layers.
Yeah, it's like layers of the onion, exactly. Onions have layers. Shrek fans, and it changes. And what my doctoring does for you on the outside layer, as layers fall off, my doctoring may have to change. But if I just treat you the same, no matter what layer you're on, that's not good doctoring. Yeah, makes sense? Okay, so introduction's over with. Now let's start getting into the good stuff. So now, stop. Everybody say stop.
Stop.
Start. Keep.
Keep.
So stop doing this, start doing this, and keep doing this. And then we're going to wrap it up, okay? So again, your body has the ability to feel pain. This thing can be a weak or strong nerve system and immune system, emotional struggle. Now you know what the trauma, toxic foods, overwhelming stress. Again, we're working through all this stuff, right? It can heal and it can stay healed. So stop and remove. First of all, posture, nerves. Stop pinching your nerves. Stop kinking the hose with how you sit each day. You spend 8 to 10 hours like this, right? Or like this, or like that, right? Remember the picture, Ingrid, that Joel sent me? Yeah. Or like this. So if you're doing it once in a while, but how many times a day do you spend like this? And what are you doing to your brain-body connection to your gut? You're pinching the nerves. You're kinking the hose, causing brown grass because the nerves go everywhere. So stop sitting like that. Sit up tall. Because why? Again, we want to get the serotonin turned on with a happy posture. Bad posture, cortisol, can't sit still in school. And you expect Ritalin to fix your child and make them focus. Doesn't work that way. Now, what about you, your infant, your child, or your teen? Worry about your husband and family later. Don't worry about them. What are they getting for breakfast, and what are they drinking? What are you? Take a self-assessment. I'm not going to let you write it down. What do you eat and drink for breakfast? Is it food made by man or food made by God? That's your choice. Your snacks, morning snacks. Is it something organic or something genetically modified? Oh, okay, you got me. How often are you doing that? Oh, once a month. Okay, fine, no issue. Well, kind of every day. I'm kind of addicted to it. Well, okay, there's your sign. What are you having for lunch? What are they having for lunch? Your child's 3 months old. I hope the answer is breast milk. Okay? My child doesn't have teeth yet. I hope it's breast milk. Well, we felt he was hungry. No, let's get you healthy so that your breasts can make milk like they're supposed to. Sorry. Just saying. So again, snacks. Again, what time do you break your diet? What time do you cave with a drink or a dinner or snack? And as your doctor, let's turn this thing around so that everything you put in your mouth is going to have green grass effect. Everything you drink will have a green grass effect. I don't make the rules. I have to look at this myself. If I was to break this rule, if you would, my own body would start making brown grass. It's just how we're made. Okay? But again, we're not robots because again, what are we thinking, feeling, and saying to ourselves before we put this into our mouth? Okay? So, everybody say read labels.
Read labels.
What can you eliminate out of your nutrition plan right now, from you, your infant, your child, whatever, teenager especially, right? Genetically modified foods and drinks. Gluten, if it's a toxin to you, it may not be. Get tested by me and we'll tell you. Dairy may or may not be a toxin, right? Tomatoes may or may not be a toxin, right? We don't know. It will know if we ask. But anything you can't pronounce shouldn't be in your body. That's in a chemistry experiment. Again, I pick on this. I love you, mommies. I'm not here to be mean to you. But baby formula, key word, it's formula. It's not baby food. It's a formula that when you put it into a baby, fills up their tummy and tells the brain to be full and stop crying. It's a formula, okay? It's not food. It's a formula.
I have a recipe in my baby book from my mother, and it was how to make your own baby formula, and it was like Caro syrup, a little bit of dried milk, and some water, and there was something else in there, and I'm like, what? You made that for me?
So how to stone your baby, maybe not.
So I was like, how can that be?
Yeah, it's there, because that's what the doctor said.
That's
Smoke Winston. That doctor selected by, So anything you can't pronounce. Tylenol, ibuprofen, and again, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, right? That's what NSAIDs are. So you're popping Tylenol, ibuprofen. Why? Because my tummy bothers me. Pop, pop, pop. You're making brown grass. You're making dead grass.
Well, it's also something that can cause inflammation. So, I mean, if you don't need to use it, don't. I mean, so it's not meant for us to take all the time. It's like a couple times in our lifetime. It's really what that's made for. It's not made for all the time. It's for just like antibiotics, once or twice in a lifetime. That's what they initially were made for. But now they're marketing and said, just take them all the time. But that's not how our bodies are made. It hurts us.
Yep. And again, it may kill the symptom, but it's not killing inflammation, and it's just spreading elsewhere. It's just spreading elsewhere. White sugar, alcohol, baby formula because of the sugar that usually is in it, baby cereal because of heavy metal toxins like arsenic and things like that. Again, it's right there. Even the organic stuff. None of the stuff we're like, making up, right? It's like we see it over and over and over again. Again, fake sugar, pink pack, blue pack, yellow packs, high fructose corn syrup, MSG, antacids, Pepto-Bismol. My favorite is Crappuccinos to pick on. You know what Crappuccinos are. You go to Starbucks and it's something other than coffee and heavy cream. Well, why do you put all in it? Because I hate the taste of coffee. Then don't drink it. Find something different, right? Well, but you get my point, right? That literally can affect your gut. Because you don't just do one. It's like a 2 o'clock everyday thing, right?
Well, even that's acids. I mean, it's not even, you need acid. And so if you're taking antacids, you're cutting off even more HCl in your gut, so you can't even digest your food. So it's like backwards day for antacid. Just like if you have stomach problems, the worst thing to take is an antacid.
You need more acid.
You need more acid.
So when you have acid problems, you need more acid, but they tell you take the antacid that kills the symptom, but it makes you more brown grass, dead grass. Yeah. Is that fair to say? Yeah. And then anything artificial coloring, red dye 40, blue 2, yellow, I mean, that would definitely be seizure causing in our child. One Skittle, boom, red dye 40. And so go home and see how much of this is in your already eating plan and begin to reduce it and remove it and find a better version of that. And we have tons of better versions of that. And again, we have to look at our fear. We have to face our fears. We have to face and say, okay. And we get it. And sometimes you feel like it's like round 15 and you're like ready to get knocked out. But there's hope, okay? There's good news. Your body is fearfully and wonderfully made. It just wants you to take the kink off the hose and start watering again. It already has been created to go back to green grass, okay? It's not hopeless, all right? Because again, Romans 12, here's what I want you to do. God helping you, take your everyday ordinary life, you're sleeping and eating, going to work and walking around life and placing it before God as an offering. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you could do for Him. Don't become so well adjusted to all the food everybody else is eating without even thinking about it. Instead, fix your attention on God, change from the inside out, recognize what he wants from you, and quickly respond to it. Unlike the culture around you, always dragging you and down to its level. Right? This wasn't written like 2 years ago. This was written a long, long time ago. Of immaturity. And God brings out the best of you, develops well-informed maturity in you. This is all we want for you. It's all we really want for you. And you can do this. You were created to do this. You're designed to do this. But you've been lied to and been sold all kinds of stuff that wants to treat you when your boat crashes. And again, the Bible says, I fearfully knitted you together in your mother's womb, right? Your nerves were in charge when this was happening, right? And it's important what to eat while you're pregnant so you have a good pregnancy. If it's not good for you when you're pregnant, it's not good for you, period. Okay? And again, your emotions are important here. And so you have to understand, you're not just a gut. You're a gut with emotions and a spirit. I like to say, we say in church, I'm a spirit that has a soul that lives in a body. So if you want a doctor, you have to doctor all three. That's why we love Jesus, because Jesus helps doctor the spiritual side of me, right? I can do the mind and body part really perfect, but if I don't have Jesus, then I still get gut problems because I don't know for sure. I don't have hope. I don't have assurance. I really don't know. If I die, what's going to happen? Oh no. And a fear can rise up in me. Or if I love Jesus, but I'm still an idiot to my wife because I'm always grumpy because of my nerves and my food and my thoughts. I'm worried about stress. Then I need to also be doing something about that. And then I can work on my body. But every day, as your doctor, I give you what's called a war plan. As your shepherd, I want you to be aware of all three. So when you lay down there, what do I do for you? I pray for you because I need help, and so do you. And then I adjust you, which turns the nerve power on. And then I invite you, we do muscle testing, we do the nutrition testing, apply kinesiology, because I want to attack all those three things with my doctoring so that you begin to walk stronger as a green grass human or a green grass baby. Does that make sense? That's what makes us different, and that's what we're trying to get across to you. You're just not a body. You're not just poop to us. You're not just a spirit, and you're not just emotional. It's not your fault. It's in this office, we want upstream is to doctor all three of these. So now, everybody say start.
Start.
So now what can I start doing? I've already depressed everybody to go home and throw out their bed. Anybody have like ice cream today because you knew I was going to tell you couldn't have ice cream? I've had people who do that. We went home and cleaned out the freezer because we knew you were going to tell us no more ice cream, so we got it all out of there.
Well, I think sometimes that some things that we're finding is that like none of us can do turkey lunch meat. I don't know if there's something with the turkeys or whatever, but it's like everybody that he'll test, it's like turkey lunch meat, just turkey period is like, so I don't, so there's interesting because it's like, he'd be the great person to ask to say, okay, I can't have it, but are you finding that everybody can't have it? I mean, there's certain things, like even some spinach. It's like, nobody in our family right now can have spinach. Right. It's like, okay, are they putting something on the spinach that our bodies are saying, no spinach, do some kale or something? So I mean, there's things out there that are good for you that are still not good for you because something's going on with it. I don't know. Maybe.
Or what's even worse.
Explain it differently.
No. What's even worse is your husband can eat something and you can't because his nerves aren't as stressed out as yours are because he's making you crazy, but not himself, right? So that's why we ask because when we first got married, if I only ate what she cooked, let me be careful now.
Be careful.
She can have more her body needs more carbohydrates. So macaroni and cheese is more her friend than it is my friend.
Used to be. Well, then it changed, right? Now I need to stick to now I'm all across the board. I have to measure. Now I have to measure. I literally have to measure my food because if I eat too much fat, my pants get tight. If I have too much protein, it's like crazy. So I'm watching it. I'm in an experiment right now. So start doing. Okay, first of all, if you're not getting adjusted, start getting adjusted. Get your power turned on. None of you would use your cell phone without charging it. The apps don't work so well. So another analogy coming up is you are the cell phone. All your guts and parts are the apps. You have to charge that phone if you want all the apps to work right.
So real easy, start getting adjusted and keep getting adjusted. And again, I don't like the cracking. Fine, we'll use the tool. That's fine, but you got to get your nerves turned back on. Or you're going to go to brown grass and dead grass. And yes, we do use our hands. It all depends on what your spine needs. Because when you start getting adjusted, again, we haven't talked about getting rid of ice cream yet. You still keep eating ice cream. Huh? Yeah. But your immune system, your digestion, your mobility, your aches and pains go away. Your energy gets better. Your posture gets better. Your sleep improves as you simply just get your power turned on your nervous system. So again, if you want to be a patient in this office, we have examination, we have x-rays, we do 3 adjustments to see what your spine needs to get well. Take a picture of this. Normally it's $4.99, but for you it's $1.99. Okay? Now, next, number 2, nerves, now nutrients. Let food be your medicine, right? Top 5 gut healing foods. Healing fats, healing probiotics, antioxidants, healing collagen, healing ginger. Get this in your diet. What does that look like, Dr. Joe? Glad you asked. First of all, berry salsa. Take some berries, take some veggies, make a salsa out of it, and eat it. Start getting food into your system. Kitchen sink yogurt. Okay, now the recipes are coming, don't worry. Take the yogurt, which has good probiotics. Take the berries, which is good fiber.
What's kefir?
And you can use kefir. This one has yogurt, but you can use kefir. But again, start eating food. That's what we want you to do. Again, immune-boosting cauliflower berry smoothie. Don't knock it till you try it. If you're more vegan, right, this is your friend right here. Cauliflower is the great imitator. Whatever you put it in, it's going to act, again, the recipes are coming. It's going to taste like it is, okay? So that way you can start putting food back in your body and changing your gut. Now, black beans, again, beans are fibrous. So pinto beans, black beans, you can make an easy soup out of it. Get it in there once a week or however much you like soup, right? And then we used to serve it here. Avocado chocomole, man. I'm telling you, chocolate pudding made out of avocados. It's the bomb.
It's good.
Now, to just say this, stevia, bless you, stevia, erythritol isn't always your friend. What's the other one? Stevia, erythritol, and something else. Xylitol. Sometimes not your friend. So go ahead and use honey. Go ahead and use raw sugar. I prefer that you do. Again, testing-wise, stevia is not your friend for a lot of people, okay? But honey always is. Raw sugar always is. You're okay there, okay? And again, ginger. Again, we have, I'm really easy. Now, I haven't done this yet. I'm afraid to. Is it strong? Okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You want one? You want a hit of that ginger?
I'll do it.
Okay. So again, what did I just do? I took a hit of ginger oil. Now, I'm not going to scrape the ginger into a tea and stuff like that. So we'll just put it on our skin and we'll lick it. So now we have ginger going to our gut, which is making our microbiome happy. It's making our thoughts. We'll be lovey-dovey in a few minutes because it really works on our serotonin levels. But again,
Just taking the ginger and putting it in hot water is fabulous.
yes, make a tea out of it.
I do it all the time.
We're just giving you tricks. And again, get your cameras ready. Okay, if you want the recipes that I just showed you, take a picture of this QR code. Watch how the website magically comes up. And you don't just get those, you get like 40 recipes. I don't know, maybe 30. But you get all kinds of yummy, yummy stuff. That's food. There's smoothies, there's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, amazing brownies, all kinds of stuff that are right there. Okay? 3,
No, wait.
2, 1.
I gotta get it at the right angle.
Okay, go ahead. Did you get it? You can get it from there. Is it working?
You can always enlarge it.
It should just pop up. I think you already got you. Send me. Here, try it again. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
No.
Go, hold your camera up there again. Michael, did you get it?
I got it.
Okay.
Oh,
So with the camera, hang on. So see? Back up a little bit. Maybe you're too close.
Oh, right there.
Right there?
Yellow.
Okay, tap on that. There you go. You got it. Yay! Okay. My phone doesn't always, you go to a restaurant, where's the menu? Right here, QR code. I'm like, no, give me a piece of paper with the food on it, please. Okay.
I didn't bring my phone.
Now,
I
shalom.
bring my glasses.
Shalom. What is shalom? That means nothing's broken, nothing's missing, nothing's lacking. Diana, what is shalom again? Peace. But what about the chaos thing?
Not lacking anything that you need.
Right. But the chaos, peace is, shalom is the solution to chaos.
Disrupting the authority of chaos.
Shalom disrupts the authority of chaos. Hallelujah. Thank you, Miss Brooklyn. And that's what we want for you. We want shalom. Because shalom then again boosts serotonin and shrinks the authority of cortisol inside your body. So lastly now, we got stop, start, and keep. Remove, repair, and restore. Again, why? Because 70% of your gut has to do with you protecting yourself and having strong natural immunity, which is your only defense against anything anyways.
Yeah. In reality.
And we want you happy and not pissy running around, so get your gut happy so that your serotonin levels are high 90% of the time. So again, patience. You have this, I hope. Use it to boost your natural immunity by working on your nerves, and use it to make your serotonin happy and strong so you can focus throughout life. And all of our patients get these. They're home spinal brushing kits. So you can do your traction at home every day. You can wobble every day. You can wear your head weights every day. And again, lay on your rolls every day. What are you doing? You're turning your nerves on, making them happy. And you're cranking up your serotonin levels so that you're happy to come home to. And again, if you want to take something, no, it's not for you. We have vitamins that you can take, but really, if you're not getting your nerve system turned on, start there. If you're like, no, I'm doing that, but what can I take to repair? The Max GI begins to go in and repair the issues in your brown grass, dead grass tummy. The digestive enzymes you take with your meal so that it can break down the carbohydrates and the fats and the proteins if you're having a hard time assimilating or absorbing those nutrients in a brown grass or dead grass tummy. The gut renew then begins to repair things so that in 30 to 60, 90 days you have, like Ilene talked about, a brand new gut that is healing from what you've been taking or doing before. And then just to lay down new bacteria so they don't overgrow, we have the 50 billion probiotic product that we take. And I would instruct people, if you get this bundle today, take 1 or 2 of each one. If you want to get tested, and you'll see in 60 to 90 days, your gut will be healed. It will be healed in 2 to 3 months. Not like 2 to 3 years, because again, you're doing what it takes. Also with the removing and the repairing and the restoring.
Right.
And so again, if you want to get that bundle, if you're watching online and you want to get that bundle, basically take a picture of this, bring it up, you'll save basically 15%. For those of you who are here, when we're done in a few minutes, you can go purchase it from Eliana. Raise your hand, Eliana. Okay, but someone's going to win a bundle in a few minutes. So again, what would you say to him or to her? No good, worthless, piece of crap, right? How do you feel when you see these pictures versus how do you feel when you look in the mirror? So when it comes to what can I keep doing, Dr. Joe? Well, get your nerve system strong. Start eating and taking the right nutrients. But you still got to talk nice to yourself. You got to know how much Jesus really loves you and how much he died for you so that you don't have to suffer. Know how much we're here for you so that you can be healthy and strong. And always speak life to you. I want you to see yourself as that little boy or little girl that got wounded or got injured. And maybe that's why you're eating what you're eating or thinking what you're thinking and all stressed out. We want to help bring that person back to life and bring healing to that person and love on that person and nurture them and take them from the brown grass, dead grass hell that maybe they're living in and bring them back to a green grass life. That's why we're really here. Why we've been here for 30 years, right? Amen? And that's why we're here for you. So if you know anybody that needs that healing, that's what we want to help meet them and find them. But I want healing here. I want shalom for each of you as well. And that's what we do. That's what we do. Shalom. Look at that slide. Pop right up there. Because again, the 3 T's are 24/7, 365. I wish I could make it go away. No, not really. You need that to make you stronger. But now you know how to keep your nerves strong, how to keep your food fuel, and how to keep your smile on and carry that shalom. And you have to fight to hold on to your peace. Okay? And again, these are the things that we do for doctoring, right? Our shield is up and our shield is strong. Because now we know the 4 steps to keeping this thing under control. Using your personal choices, your personal sovereignty to take control of your gut, take control of your life, take control of your thoughts, so that you in time can feel good, have strong natural immunity, and find your smile and your joy back. That's really what it's all about.
You can take questions.
No, not yet. So in your handouts, we're on a mission. I want to take questions in a minute. We're on a mission as I wrap this up. You have cards in your hand. I'm trying to find the people who are looking for us, who need shalom, who need their nerves to be strong, who need a hug. And so what's it take to be a new patient? Basically, we do an exam, we do x-rays, we'll do 3 adjustments, and then we'll meet with me. And again, normally it's $4.99, tonight, $1.99. And again, if you come and you go through the report and go, that was a waste of money, I'll refund your money back to you. I don't care. I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to help save your life. The next thing is that, what about my family? I'm here, but what about my family? Should they get checked? Yeah, they should. How does that work? It's $100. Exam, x-rays, adjustments, and then we'll go over the x-rays and we'll show you what our family plan is. It's real simple. So I want everyone here. Why should you be here getting happy and healthy and they stay home being grumpy? Sabotaging your nerves and your gut and your process, right? So we're a family practice. And again, if after the report they don't like it, I'll give you the $100 back. And then next week, everybody say spines, wines, and chocolate. See, I'll do whatever it takes to get you in here. Little, well, we'll work on that. How about bros and guns and beer, something like that? Yeah.
And cigars.
So what this is that you're like, well, I just want to taste and see what this is all about. So come in and get a free adjustment. But we need you, because space is limited, to text us and make your appointment, okay? So that's really what we have to offer for you. Again, and the winner is, Miss Heather, draw a name.
There.
Oh, where's it at? Okay. The winner is, if you have questions, start getting questions ready. 347979. Hey, all right. Miss Carol won. Yay. Okay. Yay, there you go. So she got a gut bundle. She's busting at the gut now. Okay. Yes. Okay. So again, now, wrap this up. We're actually doing pretty good. Pretty good. Any questions before we just close this out? We all good? It's okay.
Any ideas about anything you're eating?
Does that have the website that you sent us to with all the meals
Yes.
on there? Are there good things like snacks too?
It's all good. It's all legal. Yep. The only thing that's not legal I'd watch out for is the erythritol, the xylitol, the stevia. Use an organic honey or sugar like that. But they're all Dr. Joe approved.
No.
Yep. Good to go stuff. They're food. It's food.
Sure.
Yep. You're good to go.
And the cane sugar.
Yep.
That's
In the cane sugar, because your body can process that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
What is raw sugar?
Raw sugar is just basically from sugar cane. They don't process it as much as like white sugar.
But where do you find it?
In like the brown pack, sometimes you can get it there, or you can get it at the health food store,
Okay.
organic sugar, stuff like that. Again, we don't do it all the time, but it's the best choice we can make, right? Very good.
Or honey?
Or honey. Yep. Yes.
You were talking about repairing the gut after like medication.
Right.
What are the best products used for that? Like kefir?
So the question is about repairing the gut after antibiotics. So first of all, make sure the nerve supply is communicating to the gut to know what hit it, right? Number 2 is then food, but there is yogurts, plain yogurt. Okay, you don't want flavored yogurt because the bugs that are in there that are your friend, the bacteria, are eating on the strawberries and the blueberries. So you want plain yogurt, organic, whole, not low fat, plain yogurt, right? Whole fat, whole food. And then put your strawberries and berries in it, stuff like that. You can put the protein powder if you want, and start feeding it that way. Kefir is also good. I played around with goat yogurt a little bit. It's okay. It's kind of more watery than thick. I like a little more thicker. But goat kefir, if you want to get nutsy, or goat yogurt, plain goat yogurt, because it has a better protein curd. Again, goat milk is better for you than cow's milk because the goat's a little bit smaller than the cow. So it's a protein thing, right? So it's how it works, like that. So getting sauerkraut back into the good fats back into your gut. Sauerkraut's a good one. I don't eat kimchi or miso, so I really can't talk about that. But sauerkraut is your friend. Bone broth, so the collagen product is good to get back in there. Bone broth is your friend. Yeah, so the good fats, so from avocados, the good fiber, the good foods, the good bugs. But I find that sometimes to be consistent, either the 50B or the Gut Renew or the Max GI or the digestive enzymes will help supplement that too. I mean, that's why we do the muscle testing to ask, what does this body need to overcome the attack? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was just saying good bugs.
Good bugs. And we used to do these little packs of kefir the kids could take and put in their lunch and drink them down. Yeah, it's so much easier now to do this than it was 30 years ago. All right, very good. Hey, bow your heads. I'm going to pray us out. Thank you, Jesus, for today. Thank you for my bride, who I love so much. Thank you for every person here. We pray that we have strong nerves, strong nutrients, and a strong shalom for you. Bless each person going home. Bless our health. Make us strong, and have us have a good time. Thank you for watching virtually, too, as well. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Give yourself a hand. Get some product. Hang out. If you have questions, we'll be here for a few minutes. But God bless you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Look at that.